Hi folks, Craig here, and I want to tell you a little story. It was back in 2020, and we had just landed this new listing. We were representing the seller of a very old house. It was located at 1635 North Genesee, right here in Los Angeles. It was originally built in 1913 as a stable, and it was part of a much larger property, but eventually it just became a single-family dwelling. But over the last several decades, it ran its course. Falling into disrepair, it was in dire need of modern upgrades, among other things. In a rapidly expanding seller's market, a buyer could be charmed by the property's rustic character, find value, maybe even joy in purchasing a fixer, seize on the opportunity to own in a coveted Hollywood neighborhood. Right? It's possible. Property obviously requires more than just a little TLC. And unfortunately, it lies just within the Sunset Square Historic Preservation Overlay Zone, known as an HPOZ, presenting way too many roadblocks for a potential buyer. Any type of building or significant renovation to a property requires some level of permitting to meet relevant zoning and building requirements. This process, though, is significantly more arduous when proceeding within an HPOZ. But it just so happens that Craig and David Homes has a thing for historic architecture. We always like to say that challenges can produce opportunities. Consulting with the owner, we came up with a plan for a significant structural and cosmetic upgrade, and we found a way to increase the living space on the property in the process. And 1635 North Genesee became a design and management project for Craig and David Homes. That's us. Among the improvements, the renovation will accentuate the spaciousness of the former barn by utilizing the home's attic space to produce vaulted ceilings. Reimagining the backyard space, the design calls for a new and smaller pool, which will be built alongside a two-story, multi-use ADU. The first floor will be made up of the living room and kitchen, and also serve as a cabana for the pool. Upstairs could be used as a home office, media room, yoga studio, or an extra bedroom. In 2021, we finally received approval from the city to move forward with the renovation, only to run into some unexpected delays, which were eventually solved. Almost a year later, they say patience is a virtue. Well, we're knocking down walls here, and we're about to build a beautiful home on North Genesee Avenue. And we're so excited. Stay tuned.